questions here. Okay.
What do I get out of throwing Wonder Wander? I think first of all, it's Wonder Wander's for the experience of being here now and doing these things.
It's just magic. Really the people that come together to create it. It's just something beautiful, amazing.
Yeah, the energy that Ethan put out into the universe, and just knowing that there was a place where that intuitive call for what feels like a foregone sense of closeness could be established and practiced in a really intimate way.
The idea of coming to a totally unstructured, collaborative retreat aimed at enjoyment and curiosity felt at the same time extremely appealing and very uncomfortable in a way that working hard or doing a workshop or transformational retreat was almost more comfortable. So I came for the challenge in a way.
The way I describe Wonder Wander is, it's like a favorites bar, like on your favorite website, and it's like, what are the best things about it? You press the favorites bar and it's like the list of like the coolest things that you'll find in real life.
Similar to what you did this morning. Yeah. I feel like I just reflect so much better when it's nice.
Well, I like the idea of gathering with other creative types and adventurers, and I like the idea of the collaborative concept for a retreat, like everybody contributing something.
What initially drew me to come to Wonder Wander was the feeling of spontaneity, of friendship, of connection, and a little bit of mystery, because while I knew a little bit about Wonder Wander, I really didn't know what Wonder Wander was going to be like. And there is a little bit of innate magic in not knowing.
That sounds really cool. And I was like, I should do that. And then the second the thought was like, I should do that, I was like, I'm going to do that. And it was going to be really cool.
I love it so much. I had some idea of what I was walking into beforehand, like with hiking, leading a workshop, likely some meditation, yoga, that sort of thing. But I never anticipated the connections that I would make with people here, the creativity of the workshops and offerings that would occur, even just in the moments in between, making meals, doing breath work together, hanging out in the hot tub, stargazing, dancing. I just feel deeply connected to the other Wonder Wanderers here in a way that I did not anticipate.
In a participatory experience, there's no audience and there's not like a performer and an audience that is not involved in the performance at all. It's not where you don't sit and observe the whole thing. Everyone is sort of on an equal level where everyone's bringing something, and we're all kind of participating all the time rather than just in this observational role.
What makes this one the most different is that everybody gets to contribute something, and it's not just one person running the show and doing everything. Everybody brings something unique and something valuable, and I think that it's a way to really get to know people a lot deeper as well, like getting to see what they bring and share, get to see who they really are.
I think most people have no oolong pretty long ago.
There are certain aspects of a gathering that are particularly cool. Music and dancing being one of them. I think looking at the stars happens at pretty much all of these, and I'm finding things I particularly love among all these things that are particularly awesome. I think music mixes so well with things. Music and charcuterie reports go together gorgeously.
One of my favorite moments, the first day with Derek, we went as a group on a walk to a river just near the Airbnb here, and we were getting into the river, and Derek and I were like, oh yeah, like we should get fully into the water, like complete cold exposure. And then I was like, should we skinny dip? I don't know, it seems like a lot for the first day and everyone's still over there and we just met these people, and he's like, yeah. So we both just jump into the river naked. It was fucking awesome.
Hey guys.
So 2 other Wonder Wanderers are named Kevin and Stephanie, and we were doing what it was contact improv. So you kind of roll around like a pile of puppies, and it just brought out this very young joy in everyone. And Kevin and Stephanie were at one point, and I was just flopped somewhere beneath several other bodies, and I kind of looked over, and Stephanie just turned to Kevin and said, let's touch everyone's feet. And it was the purest, like, just enactment of young curiosity and closeness. And it was one of those moments where I was like, God, I didn't think I could have that as an adult. And it was really lovely.
I went downstairs to my room and I just put on a jacket, and a couple other people were there. And the thought just occurred to me. I turned to him, I'm like, you guys are my friends. Like, we're connected. There's a bond here. You guys are my friends. And I didn't know them a few days ago, yet we've had a chance to really experience and celebrate deeply the uniqueness and just coolness of each individual. Because if enlightenment is at stake and meditation is what it takes, then just hanging out is just an indulgent mistake.
There was a moment where I formed a connection with somebody here that I didn't expect and then this points at how awesome this place is and how heart-opening this place is and how vulnerable we can be and safely held and supported, and it's like 6 months of therapy in 6 days in some instances. But I peeled a grape on top of a vine of grapes, and I peeled the loneliest, the bottom one, and I said, Stephanie, dearest Stephanie, would you like this grape? And I gave it to her, dropped it in her mouth. It was a beautiful moment, right? And she comes up to me an hour or two later and she's like, hey, thank you for that moment. Just being so tender and just being so caring. And I really felt seen in that moment. And it was funny because I was kind of like, it was a bit of banter that I was doing. I was just like playing around, but we're here because we're looking for connection. And when we find it, it's not always in the grand. Sometimes it's in the little moments. And it was a really special moment to me. Yeah, it was really nice.
I didn't anticipate to cry so much.
Why are you crying?
Because I felt really moved, really deeply impacted. I didn't really expect people to be so loving and kind and expressive of that. And I think that part of those profound moments have been really one-on-one moments with people where they've just been expressing their truth and their reflection, and it just felt really impactful and meaningful to me.
drink deep, water brothers. May you never thirst.
Cheers.
Joelle and I did a hapa ceremony, and I was not familiar with that at all, and I was really nervous because I was about to teach my offering, which was massage, and I've never taught before. And of course I put a lot of like stress on myself, I guess, of being like perfect and, you know, making a good class that was going to be enjoyable for people. And she took me aside and we did this really, really nice ceremony, and it felt very like a safe space, a sacred space. And after I did it, the first thing I did is we just started belly laughing, just guttural laughing, and just looking into each other's eyes and like crying a little bit, laughing. It was just such a like nice, tranquil moment. And then after, I felt a lot of my worries washed away. I led an amazing class, and I think it was because of her. Like, she helped kind of set that foundation up. So that was really, really special.
I think my favorite one that I'll take back with me was when we were by the lake yesterday after hiking the 7.5 mile hike, and we got to the top, and then it came to the bottom and just came upon the other group, happenstance. And then we decided to have 10 minutes of silence, and it's like about half the people were like laying back, eyes closed, and Derek was like in play mode, and I was like, I am also in move my body play mode. So we just kind of like silently wandered around, and he pointed stuff, and it was all very nonverbal, just play. And I haven't experienced that in a very long time. Just like, it was delightful. Yeah.
So there was a period 2 days ago, I think it was just chill time for a couple hours during the middle of the day, and I came down to the room downstairs to just relax, and Janelle was doing a hape ceremony with Peter, and she had talked about it before, and it sparked my curiosity. I was a little bit nervous about it because people said they had experienced some slight pain. It's like stinging in their head, but that there was so much clarity, clearness, open-mindedness, and I think emotion evoked throughout that experience. So I got to experience that with Janelle leading that for me. It was very transformative and moving, and I actually got to observe her doing the ceremony with other people, and she was beautifully intentioned with every motion, and I just felt like when I was there with her experiencing this process, I just felt an abundance of gratitude. I felt so present with her, like there was no one else in the room. I felt very safe, and like I could trust her with my whole being. And I had this cathartic experience that I can't really describe, but it was just very special to do that with her.
I think the beauty of it is sort of it awakens people to possibility, and the possibility in any moment here, and then in a larger sense anywhere in the world. And when they go home, they can bring that with them.
What is your biggest takeaway? What is the lesson you learned and you're gonna bring home to you?
I think one of the big ones for me is the importance of rest and the importance of taking it easy sometimes and caring for myself. Been a little bit burned out lately, and I think even here it's been interesting. I've been worried about being able to be fully present and being able to fully connect while feeling this feeling of being burned out. And there's something about being in a space with these folks that does help just open up or recharge me a little bit. So thankfully it wasn't like I couldn't show up at all, but I think just generally speaking, it's a good reminder to not just go super hard all the time.
It's hard to choose one,
There's
honestly.
one that's biggest.
Yeah. That I need this, that I need closeness like this. Yeah, it makes me emotional. At one point, other wanderer Rachel said, this is the first time that she's felt some of these things. And that just seems absurd. And so learning to share myself with other kind and lovely human beings in intimate ways and in real ways is what I am taking away and what I hope to integrate. Yeah.
The biggest takeaway right now that I think, hard to tie a bow on it while I'm still in it. However, the truth that I am always choosing my own experience, that every moment by moment I'm choosing out of an infinite world of possibility where to focus my energy and my awareness and to create my reality, my physical life out of that. And in seeing and celebrating so many different other individuals and their own individual ways of doing that, it makes me realize that not only can't I do everything, but I don't need to. That my role is to do me. And that by choosing that, recognizing that by choosing that, I am necessarily not doing the other things, empowers me in my conviction to do Kent even better and greater as a gift to myself and everyone around me. So the biggest takeaway is really choice.
That I'm loved just for who I am.
I think for me, a lesson learned is that Ethan really pushed me to be comfortable being a teacher, I guess. I had that first teaching experience with massage, and that wasn't the only teaching thing I did. That was just the first. And the more I did, the more I felt comfortable, and I felt like, hey, maybe I am good at this. And the only thing holding me back is me, because when I've been surrounded by such a rich sense of community that supported me and gave me nothing but love and kindness and respect, I felt so good sharing some of my things that I know about life and witness about life. So going back, I hope I could bring this to a greater community of saying that maybe I am good at teaching, and maybe I can serve my community better by bringing some of the wisdom that I learned here, friendships, being more intimate, being more vulnerable, being goofy, having wonder, having excitement, and really blending the mental, the physical, and the spiritual.
I think a lot of things. I've first off learned so much being here. I feel like I've deepened this relationship with myself, with nature, with, I think, others that have a shared intention of personal growth and spiritual discovery. I think that I am craving more of a community of this at home, which I don't feel like I currently have. Tried to commit to some of the practices that we've been doing on a day-to-day basis. The breath work is amazing, and I never knew that my body, my mind could transform in the ways that it has, just in a natural state, just through my own breath. So, I mean, part of me is like, I want to adopt these 7, 8 different things, right? And so I think I do want to take some reflection, some time to think about okay, step by step, if I could just take one thing at a time, what are those things going to be? And I think a lot of it is, or I think the main one for now is just having some more reflective alone time to meditate, to do some of this breath work, and then kind of deepen my community once I feel grounded in that.
Every year I come to this, I can't remember, I remember telling myself, oh, this was so good last year. And then I come back and I'm like, is it really that great? And it is that great every year. It is It astonishes me every year, and I'm here and I remember now because it's happening right now. But I'm going to forget again in a couple months, and I'll be like, oh, I'll do another one, it'll be cool, and then I'll get here again next year, and I'll be like, holy, this is amazing, and I mean, maybe my wish is to be able to remember how awesome it is and not keep forgetting, but I don't know. The life forgets.
I found that I'm a wizard. I found a connection. I found that I could be a good teacher, a good listener, a good kite maker. I found a lot of friends, so many smiles, a lot of magic just under every rock, in every conversation, in morning tea, in the beauty of the poetry that my friends write. There's so many things I found this weekend that's hard to categorize all of them.
Thanks for getting it started.
Yeah.
Cool.